What's going on? What's going on, world? Hey, it's your main man, Kareem. Hey, Rashid, the voice and your host of Clearing the Wreckage. I'm excited to have y'all here with me today. If you're driving, pay attention to the road, but keep your ears open. I don't know what you're doing. You could be at work with your headphones on. You could be on the toilet for all I know. Whatever you're doing, may your ears be open and your mind be open. Let's begin the Clear Some Wreckage. What's up? What's going on? We got episode 6. On episode 5, I tried to comfort you. I tried my best. I don't know if it gave you any comfort. I hope it did. But I wanted to reassure you and let you know that you are not alone in this. That, hey, you know what, man? I got Kareem. If I need somebody, I can click on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere. And I can listen to my boy. I can listen to my brother tell me his story and encourage me. Folks, that's what this is all about. It's a journey of oneness, togetherness, and that's what we're doing. Let's dive into today's episode because we need to take some time to look inside so that the wreckage can begin to clear. And if we don't take time to look inside, nothing can be solved. There's no solution. There's no wreckage that will be cleared. We will still remain wrecked up. Surrender. What does it mean? To give oneself up. To stop fighting. To give oneself up and come into agreement. Surrender. Surrender. Let me first start off by saying, look, it's a process. I didn't even know what the word surrender meant until my heart got to that place. I guess I was like, oh, I guess I'm surrendered to, I guess I'm in agreement of what I'm going to follow, what I'm told. Remember how I told you the story in the woods when I was in the woods, when I heard the voice and the voice was like, just listen, just follow. You know, that's what the voice says. So this greater source or higher being, whatever you want to call it, that's up to you. But this power is way greater than me. And I was able to see that power. Listen to me clearly. I was able to see that power demonstrated in my friend that had lunch with me. Do I need to repeat that? Woo! I was able to see that power demonstrated in my friend that had lunch with me, because he told me his story, what happened, what it was like. Oh my gosh, but this is who I am now. I am now clean and sober for over 2+ years, Kareem. This is how I've done it. And this is what I'm doing to continue to clear the wreckage. So all I'm doing is the same thing he did with me. That's it. That's all I can do. He used to always say something that stood out to me and resonated with me. Kareem, you can't outgive God. He used to say that all the time. But you know what he meant by that? What he meant by that was, I can only give what I've been given. I can only give to you, Kareem, what I have been given. So when we sat down at lunch, that's why he didn't chastise me. That's why he didn't come at me and say, hey, man, you need to stop drinking. I'm glad you came to that meeting because this is what you need to do. He ain't tell me nothing like that. But what he did do was he said, let me tell you a story. And he told me his story. And how much that helped me, folks. How much reassurance that gave me to know, wow, I am not alone. As I shared with you in episode 5, I got so much comfort from that. Knowing that, oh my gosh, there is someone just like me, an alcoholic who is addicted to alcohol, who cannot stop, let me repeat, cannot stop. Remember, I think I shared with you on one of those episodes the difference between you and I is that when I pick up a drink, I can't stop. If you're normal and you go out to have 1 or 2 drinks and you can go home and you don't have to drink anymore that night, that's the difference between you and I. Me, on the other hand, it starts with 1 drink. It starts with 1 sip, and I'm gone. Woohoo! Let's go. How much more can I get? How much higher can I get? It's the chase that I'm looking for. It's the adrenaline. It's the rush that it gives me. I was constantly searching for that feeling. Searching for that feeling that I felt that I was not receiving as a kid. Searching for that feeling of joy, what I thought was joy, but it just was mere little glimpses or little pieces of fleeting happiness. It wasn't anything. It wasn't anything lasting. It was self-gratification very quickly. A shot of dopamine, dope, to my brain. Yeah, like how I just did that. A shot of dopamine, dope, to my brain. That's why they call it that. Anyway. With that being said, folks, I had came to a place where I was able to kind of believe a little bit. And it grew over time of getting to know him more, of, going to church and seeing him on Sunday and seeing, and knowing who he really is. That helped me too. The authentic version of him, knowing this is not a facade. This is not some fake person. He's not pretending. He's not putting on a show. But for years he told me he was putting on a show. That was part of his story. I would go to church, but I was drinking the night before, or I was drinking before church, or I was going to work and I drank before work, or, I said I would never drink it dry, but I did. And, I was drinking and I became someone else. He put on a show for everyone else, including himself, to feel better. Oh, how I related to that so much. Oh, I related to that so much, y'all. That is what we do as alcoholics and addicts. We do it so well. We're great actors. But then seeing him and getting to know him and him letting me in and him being vulnerable with me. No longer did I see a fake version of him. I saw the real him. Which then I saw the power demonstrated in him through a different power, because it wasn't his. A greater power was being demonstrated through him, that he was able to stay sober and clean each day for the past some odd years at that time when we got together and at that time when I was getting to know him. Even to the point where, my wife has divorced me, my kids were hating me, but now I have a relationship with my kids now. This is because I'm clean and sober. I have a relationship with my kids, Kareem, and now I just met this woman who I've been dating, and oh my gosh. And then to be a part of his wedding as his best man and see him get married. Man, like the power was demonstrated through him. Love, joy, hope, freedom. The power was demonstrated through him. So I saw that power, and I became in agreement with that power. I said, okay, well, if he can do it, then I can do it. Let me just do what he did. Let me just do what he did or do what he's doing. Okay, he's going to church on Sunday. Okay, he's going to the recovery meeting that the group of guys have every Monday. Okay, he's holding himself accountable. He's calling some of the other guys in that group. He's being vulnerable with them. That's what I need to do. And I will, because now I'm in agreement. I've stopped fighting. I'm surrendered. And let me tell you, folks, when I surrendered at that point in time, I'm going to share a little story with you, because at that time I was living in a hotel room that he actually purchased, by the way. This man was so generous. He purchased a hotel room for me and my girlfriend at the time. And then, but I was surrendered. Listen to me carefully when I say I was at the point where I was surrendered. But was I fully surrendered? So there was a point in time one night where I was questioning that, because I was in a hotel room with my ex-girlfriend, my girlfriend at the time, who had just went to the store and who had bought a bunch of alcohol and brought it back to the hotel. You want to talk about a temptation? Now, was I surrendered? Here's my test. Here is my test. Are you really surrendered? Are you ready to give this up? Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired, Kareem? Let's see. Are you really ready to do this? Boom. Here's some alcohol. Boom. Here's some weed. Boom. I'm about to go get some cocaine. What's up? Boom. Let's have a good time. Are you really ready to do this, Kareem? It's the test. Have I really stopped fighting? Have I really gave oneself up? So at that time, I questioned myself. Again, the wreckage was beginning to clear. I was beginning to learn how to clear the wreckage by watching this man, by listening to this man, by having him mentor me, right? So this stuff is coming on the inside of me, and it's talking to me now like, man, okay, what you gonna do? Have you completely surrendered? So I called my friend. Called my friend. I said, hey, man, I don't know what's going on, man, but I don't feel right, man. This is what's going on. And I let him know the situation. And he said, well, what are you going to do? I said, I don't know. And then he asked me, well, Kareem, are you completely surrendered? So it was almost like not only was this my subconscious telling me or asking me, are you surrendered? Then I called my friend, and then he asked me the same question. You want to talk about confirmation? It was confirmation right there, y'all. It was confirmation. I was like, dang, I'm not, man. I'm not. And he said, yeah, man, because if you were surrendered, you wouldn't even be in that hotel room. I was like, dang, you right. So I said, man, come get me, man. Come get me. So I packed all my stuff, and she was looking at me like I was crazy. She was like, where are you going? I was like, I'm leaving. I don't care. You can stay here. I'm out of here. I left. Now, folks, that was a relationship that I was in for years. I was in this relationship I was totally attached to her. I had low self-worth. I felt like she was the only one that was going to love me and stick by me. Hell, she went to the woods with me. Hell, she stayed with my mom with me. We both got kicked out. She been through it with me. She's all I got. She's all I got. Right? But I had to leave. And that was really hard. That was difficult, but I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I was surrendered. I had came into agreement with that power. I came into agreement with that power that was greater than me. And I did what I had to do. And some of y'all are probably like, what? I'll never do that. Listen, for first-hand experience, that was really difficult. I do want to share this with you, though. What if you're in a situation like that right now? A toxic relationship. A toxic relationship. And something inside of you is like, I don't want to be like this. I don't want to be like this anymore. I need something different. Ask yourself, are you surrendered? Are you surrendered? Are you surrendered enough to get out of that place and not care and not know what will happen to you next? Folks, that's basically what happened. I called my homie. I was like, yo, come get me, man. He came and got me. He was like, where you going to go? I was like, I don't know, man. Just take me to the park, bro. Like, I'll sleep at the park. I don't care. Then, you know what I'm saying? Eventually, we chilling at the park. I called my mom. I said, I don't know what to do. We prayed together. I said, I don't know what to do, man. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. So after praying with him, I called my mom. And, he said, man, just ask your mom if you could just stay. I said, yeah, I'm just going to ask her if I could just stay tonight. I said, we got church tomorrow on Sunday. It'd be perfect. I'll just go to church in the morning. And that's what I did. I just asked her. I said, Mom, can I just stay tonight? I was playing everything to you when you get here. I just need a place to stay tonight. And that's it. Just for tonight. Remember, I couldn't manipulate my mom. I couldn't ask for anything from my mom. My mom was done with me when it came to that. But I had become a different person. I didn't want anything from my mom. I knew that she couldn't help me. I knew that I needed to start trying to help myself. And so that's what I did. I said, Mom, let me stay over so I can wake up and go to church with you in the morning. That's it. I went there. We got there. I said, Mom, after church, you can drop me off to a park or drop me off in the woods. I don't care. Just don't take me back to that hotel room with my girlfriend, because I cannot be involved in the lifestyle choices that she is still making, or else I will go back and do the same thing. Mom was like, all right, whatever. We leave church, we go back to my mom's house. I'm thinking we're just going to eat lunch, and we're going to talk and hang out and spend some time together, mom and son. And then she comes to me and she says, you can stay here till you get on your feet. I don't know why that happened, y'all. Folks, I don't know why that happened. I would have been okay with, I'm telling you, that's how surrendered I was. I would have been okay with sleeping on a park bench, because that's what I told her. And that's all I needed was a place to stay that night, and I'll figure out the rest. But I think someone saw that I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. Someone saw that I was willing to help myself a little bit. And so they pitched in and they helped. So folks, if you're at the point where you're down and out, but you're not doing anything about it, I don't know what to really tell you. I could share this story with you and pray that it gives you some hope. I can share my experience with you and pray that it gives you some type of strength to move forward. That's all I can do. But I am also here to hold your hand and to help you and to walk alongside of you of your journey. But if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, you will know when you're at that point. But again, I'm going to say this. It takes what it takes to begin clearing the wreckage. And this is a process. Folks, thank you so much for tuning in today to today's episode. Part of the process of being surrendered to where I got, you heard me say it on episode 2, because I didn't see anything that I was doing. I didn't see none of the wreckage inside of me. I didn't see none of the wreckage that I was creating until it happened, or my mom was like, get the hell out. Boom. I still didn't see it. I was mad at her. Like, why the hell are you kicking me out? You know, I got nowhere to go. And then episode 3, I finally admitted it because I saw it in myself. So I did not acknowledge that. I said, oh my God. Ooh. Yeah, man, something's wrong with me. And then I admitted it. Yep, this is all on me. This is all on me. This is all my fault. I am where I'm at, and I am the way I am because of me. I created this chaos. I created this wreckage. And then that's when I sought help on episode 4. And then episode 5, man, I was able to receive that comfort to know that I wasn't alone anymore. And so now we're here where I was surrendered and I was ready to give up. I was ready to stop fighting. I was at the place where I knew on my own, I will not stop drinking alcohol. On my own, I will not stop doing drugs. I need help. These people are here to help me. I'm going to embrace it because I have come into agreement and agreeance to something that's bigger than me, that can help me, that I saw in that gentleman, the power demonstrated. I said, I want that. I can have that too. There's something that's doing that for him. And so if you see that in me, or if you see that in someone else, latch on to it. Latch on to it. Latch on to it and become surrendered, and to stop fighting, to give up oneself, to give up your selfishness, self-centered ways, your ego, whatever wreckage it is that is causing you to be stuck, causing you to be a tyrant in life, causing you to be the toxic one in relationships, whatever it is, whatever toxicity is causing, whatever wreckage is built up, you can begin to clear that by an act of surrender, of giving up oneself. Again, folks, I appreciate y'all being here with me today. We had another great episode. Hey, like I always say, take some time to look inside so that the wreckage can begin to clear. Peace out, homies.